For those of you on YouTube, hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 15, Week 1. Last time, the Trash Bros had coordination issues that, even though they came in with a superior draft, ended up letting them down in a lot of ways. This time, they got another stand-in, so it's probably not going to get much better. We still have Randy.
Yes.
And we would still have Claire, but Claire chose a very awkward time to go get a drink, so we don't have Claire. But we will soon! MKNY, first banning out Necro here, presumably targeting out Lots of Noodles, the stand-in.
It could be.
Or it could be targeting Big Boy LaCroix, who may be playing Pause 3 in the absence of Poop.
Yeah, that could actually be the case. I don't know if they'll shuffle it though.
I think Lots of Noodles is mostly a support player, so it would make sense.
Radiant team ban.
Hoodwink ban, Lena ban.
Dire team pick.
Same stuff, different day. It is interesting that the Trash Bros opted to levy no new bans this time. It's just the same lot they had the first time. Jakiro gets through once more.
Radiant team pick.
Welcome back.
Is the Necro a new ban?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Lots of Noodles standing in over where Poop was, but I believe it might be Big Boy LaCroix on Pause 3 this time.
Oh, I see.
And Necro would definitely be a Big Boy LaCroix Pause 3.
10 seconds remaining.
Or a Tidehunter could be a
Or a
big
Tidehunter.
blockbuster.
Big Boy LaCroix has had a lot of historical success on the Tidehunter.
Dire team pick.
Witch Doctor.
Putting up the Witch Doctor here. That will probably be for Nuobs, if I'm guessing.
Nah, but what if they swap it around?
Dire
Run
team
the
They got-
offlane Witch Doctor.
Razor.
We're getting this Razor. I think they heard that thing you said about the pain in the ass thing.
Radiant team ban.
Hopefully an Arcana Razor.
I am the Juggernaut, even though I picked Razor. I will ban the Juggernaut for some reason. That's an odd ban, I gotta say.
Don't like it.
You picked Razor, you're banning Jug. I don't know.
Alright,
10
it's
seconds remaining.
worse than it sounds. Cause like, what
Yeah.
does Razor do? He steals 1 damage and then gets Oni Slash. Like, I don't know.
Well, the problem is he can definitely easily build around the scenario. It's not as bad for Jug as a lot of people think it is. It's not the hard counter that people think it is, but it's not an ideal situation anyway. You're still looking at a sub 50% win rate probably picking the
10
Jug into
seconds
Razor.
remaining.
It
Yeah,
makes your
just don't wanna
chances
play
worse the
against it.
better.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I guess so. If they ban the Lie Stealer too, yeah, this is what we're gonna do on Blue Jay. We're gonna ban Lie Stealer and we're gonna ban Troll Warlord. That's gonna be our next ban.
Yes, very good.
Trash Bros once again. Knocking out
Radiant
the Drow.
team ban.
Monkey Kings knocking out the DP. Interesting to see the DP bans being levied as much as they are, considering I do feel like DP does feel a little defanged in this patch. It's not as scary as she used to be. Even on a very good DP player.
10 seconds remaining.
It's interesting. She's kind of like wrapped back around,
5 seconds.
where the
remaining.
change to E is actually better for her laning than it used to be, and now people are doing like Greaves, but that's really only in the off lane,
Yeah.
and they already have a Tidehunter.
Shoutouts, by the way, to Buttery Greg, who has been attracted by the scent of Claire to this stream, I assume.
Hello, Greg. How's it going?
Dire team
He's not said
ban.
anything in chat yet, so this is a public call-out post. Slark Band. No surprises here. It seems like both teams are pretty much just running back the
It's
same
literally the
ban
same
strategy.
bends for Trash Boat.
Which again,
so
I
far.
don't know, I gotta question it a little bit. Like you didn't just be the down team the first round. You got knocked out, and don't get me wrong, you had the better draft. You didn't lose due to draft. You actually, in a world where it was 10 Grey Blobs playing against each other, you probably win that game. But well, we
Oh,
finally
there
had
you
something
go.
change. We got rid
You
of
got the
rookie.
Ricky respect, Ben.
They're changing up with the picks, which is good. I think they have to because they got another stand-in, don't get me wrong, but, you know, one of the worst things you can do, I think, as an LD2L team, one of the things that I think I see a lot in the less successful lineups, especially in the early weeks, is, well, that didn't work. Let's do it again! The best possible thing you can do if something flops is change. So far, Trashboat has not been doing a great job changing his bands, but has done a good job changing up his picks. Let's see if that continues. They're definitely playing a very different game with this lineup. You know, Tidehunter, as opposed to the very greedy Bristleback, it feels like it's almost kind of hard for Tidehunter to be greedy. Like, once you get your crap, like, you get
Unless you're going some, like, Deso Basher build.
You get, like, 2 or 3 items, and then you're pretty much done. Like, you're such an ungreedy 3, used to be played 4 more often, so... Like, you know, in modern times, people like that quick Ags build, but if you like the quick Ags build, well, that's what Weaver 4 used to do.
Mhm.
I don't think you get it quite as fast as a Weaver 4, but, you know.
Dire team pick.
Ogre Fat Guy.
Okay.
Getting a lot of CC up on the
Second
Trash
from
Bros.
Tide 3.
Not a single target though, which is interesting.
We have the Cask. The Cask is technically a single target, but it might as well not be. The Fire Blast is
For
most
the sake of the
essential.
Razor, I mean, because well, what makes Razor so broken right now is that
5
Shard
seconds
in combination with the Spell Life Steal and single target spells are gonna like constantly proc it.
Yeah, that's true. The good news is that outside of Ogre specifically, you do have ways around that. Witch Doctor can cast something next to you. Tidehunter can ult. You know, Tidehunter's never going to be single targeting you anyway. He's going to be
What's he
AoE
got for
gushing.
you?
Like, he's going to be doing the weird tentacle spawn thing. He's going to be doing, you know, so on
Lone
and so forth.
Druid. Blue Jay Lone
Radiant team
Lone-
pick.
Druid, let's go.
That's the Dark Ace Rubik. Dark Ace Rubik had some very, very good plays in last season. So, looking forward to seeing that here. This is an awesome Rubik game. This is definitely a great game to pull this guy out. Like,
Yeah.
no two ways about it.
5 seconds remaining.
Rubik stealing the Witch Doctor. Like, anything he can get from Witch Doctor is awesome. Anything he can get from Ogre is pretty good. Anything he can get from Tidehunter after Tidehunter gets the Ags is awesome. I mean, I guess he could get Anchor Smash, but, you know. As long as he doesn't get the Anchor Smash, it's cool. So...
Yeah, Ravage is a surprisingly stealable spell just because there's a bit of an animation on the Anchor Smash to cover it, and a delay on the stun.
Sniper's
the way the
interesting.
tentacles go out.
They're definitely counting on the CC Storm that they have to keep Sniper and Razor separate.
Mhm. I think in theory,
10
Sniper
seconds
should be good against Razor. It
Yep.
is difficult for Razor to get on top of you. I'm not sure how easy it's
5
Lone Druid though.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the
you're not
problem
getting
is...
Lone Druid as
Yeah.
what I would guess.
The problem is, I feel like Lone Druid can frontline with the Bear, and we still don't have a 3 on Monkey Kings. Lone Druid can frontline with
Yeah,
the
like
Bear,
a Druid Bear can definitely run up to a Sniper, like, without much of an issue.
which
Radiant
has to
team
attract
pick.
Sniper's attention, and the attention of, like, the CC squad, or else Sniper's just gonna die.
Dire
And while they're
team
busy
back.
doing that, Razor can just blink on, and, you know, you're golden. Interestingly, Trash Bros knocking out the Pause 2s here, assuming a Pause 3 Razor, which is possible, I guess. I did say that Monkey King's missing a Pause 3, but Razor could certainly be an offlaner here.
10 seconds.
Or it could
remaining.
be that they're just flexing him and just going to pick whatever they want last, which I think might be
Yeah.
the more
5
likely
seconds
possibility.
remaining.
It's probably flexed.
They definitely want something that can get on top of Sniper, I think.
Yeah, so
Maybe
to
something
that,
Done.
I don't know.
What about Ember Spirit?
Yeah, I don't know how much trouble Razor's going to have in the field of doing that. Like, with this lineup. You know, again, Bear front lines, Razor blinks, right?
Radiant team
Hard for
back.
Sniper to deal with
Dire
at that
team
point.
pick.
Respect Band going out for the silencer here. Monkey King's getting rid of the TA. It's a little interesting. I don't know how much I like this as a TA game, so I don't know.
10
They might be thinking
seconds
about something for
remaining.
their last pick here in the way of doing that.
5 seconds remaining. Pick.
Yeah.
A Weaver.
Got a Weaver up. I don't know where that's going.
Battle plan. So, I wonder if the TA is just for the Lone Druid mid. Bouncing off
Yeah,
the
it could potentially be PPM on the Lone Druid.
Just Lone Druid mid and Weaver Blue Jay.
10 seconds remaining.
Unless there's something about Rage, I don't know.
5
The
seconds.
Lone Druid offlane is definitely pretty niche. I wouldn't expect most offlaners to play it.
Greg
Nowadays.
actually said something in chat there. I do like the wording of unless there's something about Rage I don't know, like he's got an
Unless there's
offshore bank
something-
account.
His secrets, yeah. His skeletons in his closet. He plays plus 3 Lone Druid.
That is a skeleton. If you do that, don't.
Keep that shit hidden.
Tusker.
Choose
Tusk.
your hero.
And
Team
I feel
Tusk mid? Is this Iceman?
Sniper 1 on Trash Bros. So, I mean, I guess where else was he going, right? Unfortunately, that's the only name that... Okay, there we go. It does indeed look like we're going to keep Big Boy LaCroix on support here.
Nice Resurrect on it, very nice.
Beaver's a bumblebee.
And yeah, it's going to be Lone Druid mid. Razor off.
Dire is winning the drip contest, so if that means anything, it's an easy 2-0.
This Razor set is both the spookiest and tornadiest
Zircona.
thing. It's the Kirby's Adventure final boss. That's what that is. That's a deep cut for most of you, I would assume.
I did not own the game. I like the Tusk a lot against the Weaver. Blows him up. It's another frontliner for Sniper too.
Yeah,
Curious
it's
how
gonna.
he wins these 100? Because like Tusk right now wins like pretty much every lane, but Lone Druid is unique, so I'm not sure if he wins that one as well.
It's gonna be interesting. I do feel like Monkey Kings has the same issue that they had in the last round in a few ways, and it's like I feel like the Weaver is gonna have like unless things go really, really, really well as they did in the last game. Basically, I feel like it could be rough for Weaver between the Tusk and not just the Tusk. There's a lot of like there's so much CC on that team. You've got the Tidehunter, who has that shard now, just to add one more. Everybody's tipping Trash Boat now, okay? You got the Tidehunter with the shard, that's one more. It's a lot of burst, a lot of CC. Ogre Magi, a lot of burst, a lot of CC. Witch Doctor, a lot of burst, a lot of CC. Tusk, a lot of burst, a little CC. And Weaver has a lot of mobility options, but I guarantee you, outside of hitting ult, he probably doesn't really have anything for ice shards there, so...
Yeah, I mean the Tusk pick is very good against the Weaver, but I think it was an okay pick for what it is. Like, it is good against Sniper because you can get on top of Sniper. I think it's okay against Hyde because the bugs do not get purged by Kraken Shell, and he is a low armor hero.
I mean, the problem
I
is...
think it's okay, but the early game in particular, it's going to be very scary. Like, before he has a little bit of health and a BKB, one stun and he die.
And the problem is, I think that Weaver is going to have is that Weaver's going to have a unique problem that I feel like is really bad for Weaver in particular. There's just going to be a lot of CC that he's going to be very hard pressed to like get around in any way. Like there's not a lot of things that he can just invis disjoint, for example. You know, if the Ravage is going out, Weaver's getting stunned. If Weaver's getting stunned, then Casket can come out, then the Tidehunter shard can come out, then you know what I mean. You can get chain stunned really easily, and that's never good for Weaver. That's always bad.
You just need to be careful about that, but the thing is, even with the Ravage, it's very easy to BKB dodge. So if you're just playing the edge of the fights, BKB dodge the Ravage, I think it can definitely work. I think it's a playable Weaver.
But you're gonna have to wait for that. Like
yeah, it's definitely they're gonna be a lot slower than last game. I think they need to like wait for their Weaver to get online. They have a very greedy 2-3 as well.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I do
They
think
almost the opposite actually. For the last game draft.
I do think that you can actually adopt a bit of a less is more approach with Weaver sometimes. I do think he's a little better out of the box than a lot of LD2L players give him credit for. Like, you can usually do really well for yourself early. Not this time, I don't think. You're
In
probably
lane,
gonna
you should.
bully Big Boy LaCroix the hell out of town.
Oh, that's
Goodbye.
nice. Yeah, I mean, Zero's always gonna be a lane bully, so maybe he can stumble off of this and get his shit online faster. If he keeps doing what we just saw.
Yep. It's gonna be a little tough to get through the Kraken shell in this lane for a while, till until the swarm starts coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Sniper and Ogre Magi getting a little beat up down here in lane.
Sniper's taking a ludicrous amount of damage from this 1-2 punch they have.
Not really getting many last hits to compensate for it. It's having to sit here and just like lead around a melee creep, for example, which ain't great. Trash boat just
Is
snowballed
he
nothing.
dead? Sniper. Oh! Nice stun by Ogre.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Not running the Witch Doctor with new obs, which is a bit interesting. I would say that's one of his more signature heroes.
Yeah, Big Boy's playing pause 4, so there you go.
The Tide Witch Doctor lane does have potential, but it's ironic. It's going to be kind of the opposite as the last game, where it's like these guys aren't going to be able to do anything until level 6, basically. I don't think.
Yeah. Oh, almost killing Lone Druid mid. Not quite though.
Yep. Trash Boat ran out of things on off cooldown there. Kind of an awkward time. The Druid is still very low. He's going to have to play defensively for a minute here. Interesting decision on Trash Boat's part there. It does not seem to think that he's going to be able to get the kill here, and so opts to secure rage creeps.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, I mean,
Fast.
if you're not confident you're going to be able to get it, that's the right play every time. Like if you're not really confident that you're going to be able to get an early kill like that, you definitely want to secure and make sure that you're not going to be behind on those later kills. Poor Sniper's having a hard time with those
Yes.
epic Razor animations.
Yeah.
Kind of a miserable sniper lane.
Yeah, so far 9 last hits compared to 12.
And I mean, like,
Second
look
lowest.
at what's happening to him right now. He just gets a rundown, like, solo. Not much you can
I
do.
wish they picked a different support. Because Ogre's like an okay hero to stand in front of Sniper, but I mean something like an Undying or a Treant would have done it so
Yeah.
much better.
Like an Ogre a
Just
couple of
get
major
a lot.
patches ago would have been awesome in this land. I just don't see it now. I would be a little surprised. I mean, my guess is either A, Sniper was not supposed to be here, B, they did not think Razor was going to be the 3, they were assuming Razor mid, or C, both of those things. And so it's come to this.
I mean, I can see the Ogre as a preemptive Sniper support duo. It's just I honestly don't see any reason to pick Ogre this
He's
patch over other heroes. Damn.
I was watching Big Boy LaCroix die at top, so I didn't get to see Sniper die at bot. Very sad.
Yeah, I mean, literally every time this Razor abilities are off CD, you just can run on him, and there's nothing you can do, especially if Ace is there with the lifts. It's
I mean,
really
Ogre also
miserable.
needs to be closer. I mean, if you stun a little earlier there on Ogre, there's like maybe a chance of at least a Razor kill. Ogre, like the past 2 times I've looked down here and seen Razor go on Sniper, he's getting like a full duration W off before the Ogre shows up and casts spells. Oh, top lane.
Jeez, Big Boy LaCroix just melting here. Well, Blue Jay is not taking a very decisive lead as far as the last hits goes. He's tied for first, and he's tied with who he's laning against. It does feel like, as this lane is going on, like, this intermediate period, Like, level 1 was okay, level 2 was okay, and level 6 is going to be okay for these two if they can make it there. But this intermediate, like, 3 through 5 period for this Radiant offlane is going to really hurt.
The denies are skewed though, because this Radiant offlane has 2 denies total.
I'll also say that Tidehunter's maxing Kraken Shell, which is maybe part of what's allowing him to get all this farm, but the kill potential at 6 is going to be
lot
much
less,
lower
yeah.
than it normally would
Speaking
be.
of kill potential,
Oh shoot!
Just watched another kill happen there, and oh, Razor actually went down. That was a bigger story. It feels like 2 times in a row I've seen a small kill at top and missed a big kill at bot. That's a big turnaround kill potentially for Sniper there.
what happened? I'm trying to like picture in my head what happened.
Just got gunned down in the shrapnel, I think.
Yeah, I would imagine it's
What
just
it looked like.
Razor just decided to take something risky there, and the risk didn't pay off, is my guess.
Nice path under the tide. Not quite
It's
as the
a
damage to kill
shame
him.
Sniper didn't get the kill though, because that's a lot of gold he definitely needs right now.
No, he didn't. Ogre Magi got the kill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a shame he didn't.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you said he did. Need to clean out my ears, I guess. Who do you think Sui is?
Oh, that's a good
Is
question.
someone's sponsor? Oh, it's Peters.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's had that sponsor since before this season started. Might have had it last season, but I think we ended up I don't think we ended up casting as many PPM games for whatever reason as we did most teams. So. Okay, this could be pretty bad for Rubik. Sniper's not in much danger here.
I like that they're getting a little more aggressive here. Now they have 3 points in shrapnel. Definitely a lot of kill potential with Yogur.
Yeah, they're doing a good job turning this lane around. I was kind of thinking here that maybe this could be just like almost a write-off lane for Sniper, and I was trying to think in my head, okay, so what now? But no, they actually are able. They're
they're fine.
able to.
Now that the Ogre is actively playing in lane instead of kind of trying to play the camps,
Yeah, the Tusk rotation. It's always a
and
kill.
Trustful is definitely gonna help. Yeah.
Heroes so much spell damage.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think not.
Tusk is
Generally.
not winning for the last hits at mid, but certainly winning for the denies. It's double lone druids, and only barely down on last hits, even having gone for a
He
kill
also
there,
left.
so-
Yeah.
With that being
Main problem
said,
is the tower, I think. Every time he leaves to get a kill, he's gonna lose part of his tower, and nothing you can really do about it.
so at the very least, it does definitely seem like Trashboat is performing quite well against the Peter Druid here. And even there, like, Peter just gets, like, free shots on him, and it just does, like, what, like a fifth of his health bar? So Tusk should be okay for this lane, for sure.
When Shards is up, he might even be able to kill him, as he's full health again. Yeah, no.
He does have that Walrus Punch to play with. Ping, says Sniper, trying to get new obs to do lane stuff.
Rubik in an interesting position there.
Broom Handle, found by Tidehunter. First jungle item this game. Didn't really look at the jungle items much last game, because hardly ever anybody was able to jungle much either way. Well, one team didn't need to, and the other team couldn't, so... Wolfsky just patrolling for wards and whatnot over here. Just letting-
Sniper is dead.
Surprised the Tusk didn't come down with his...
It's mana for his
Chain
group.
rune.
There we go.
Radiant's bottom
Turn
tower
And
Just
new
dead
ops
ogre.
may have gone a bridge too far there, trying to get the cleanup kill on Razor.
How in mid? They like went on the Lone Druid, but there's no Maledict on him. Did they just miss?
Perhaps. Rotation comes out to support Direman now. Take out Big Boy LaCroix. Probably not gonna take out. Yeah, Maledict is off Or it's on cooldown, so I'm going to assume just made some weird unexpected move, perhaps.
Blue Jays are really free right now. This is kind of concerning.
Yeah, the unsuccessful gank on mid was like a kind of a catastrophic scenario there, as it stopped anything from dealing with Blue Jay and just got the guy who did it killed for no gain. I mean, in this situation, what was Witch Doctor going to do before 6 anyway, right? Like, the most ideal scenario was he just got the Lone Druid to walk away, which maybe that was the point. Did not see him in at the time. Maybe it was just to eat a kill for Tusk, perhaps. Trash Bro gets tipped.
And
Look
this
at
tower
Druid.
is about to die.
Maledict on the
That's
bear.
on the bear. That's not what you want.
Oh man, the true form.
Sniper here.
It's not exactly what
That
you want
is-
either.
Okay.
It's not.
There's no
wanting
shrapnel
to be
charge.
here.
Just... So they're just gonna like gut him down. No shrapnel makes it difficult.
No root said.
Trashboat's forced to just cover for him now. That
He's still running after him.
shrapnel. Yeah.
Dead.
Oh man.
Now Trash Boat's in a very awkward spot. The Maledict does hit the actual Druid. That's Walrus Punch. Maledict does
Nice.
hit the actual
No
Druid
more
this
spells.
time.
Tusk used all his spells saving the, or trying to save the sniper.
Even with the full Maledict, that taking off a lot of health there. Druid
Okay, true
actually
form
still
has gone. Oh, nice ice path.
This
Radiant's top
Yeah, they have to
tower
pull
is
out
under
after the
attack.
true form expires, but
And,
still pretty good.
To what Claire was saying back in lane phase, with how Tidehunter had to level his skills this game, they have what should have been an awesome Ravage. Like, if Tidehunter was able to have a freer skill composition this game, that Lone Druid was dead as a doornail, and that would have been a pretty big moment for the team that's the 3 and 9 when that happens. But because he doesn't have like any Anchor Smash, any Gush, he's not able to follow up on it at all, and Lone Druid just lives. Even with the Maledict, he lives.
yeah.
Sniper's gonna get run down.
God.
Again,
Radiant's top tower
Peter
They-
playing so aggressive.
There's no ult on Druid right now. Can't
Man,
get
no
too
root,
big.
what can you do?
But again, they're just going for the bear
Who's the
here.
bear?
They're just not confident they can kill the
Wolf?
actual Druid.
The haste rune on Druid made him unkillable there, I think. But 300 gold to the sniper. Nothing to scoff at.
It's not bad.
Radiant's
Look at the
bottom
net worth
tower
chart here.
is
It's just linear in favor of the Dire. Just
Yeah,
straight
it's-
up. Every Dire hero
insane.
ahead of their Radiant counterpart by a pretty considerable margin. Smallest
6K
margin.
Blue Jays
in
still
14
free.
minutes.
Big Blue Jay hasn't been contested in close to 10 minutes now.
Dire's middle tower.
This was the ideal start for Weaver for sure.
Yeah, you know, we were talking
Go
before
for all the
about,
items he needs to survive.
we were talking before about, you know, Weaver's going to need a BKB to do anything in this game, basically, if he doesn't want to just get changed stun every fight, and he's about to start on that at 15 minutes, like, it's not a good thing. It's like, he's going to start on it at 15 minutes, it's not his first item, because he's going to have,
Yeah,
he's going to have
help from
Dragon
Dragon Lance.
Dire are scanning.
Looking for a go on a big boy here, but he moves out of the way of that incoming train.
Deso on Tusk.
Razor barreling straight for the Bloodstone here.
Dire's
I wonder
top
if
tower
he's
is under
enough of
attack.
a high IQ gamer to know that he can disassemble the Vanguard for it.
I'd assume
Yeah,
so. I
that's-
think it's the only reason you buy the Vanguard is so
That's why you
can
buy
just-
Vanguard, yeah.
You
On
never
one
know
hand,
though.
he's-
Some
on-
people see stuff like in a stream and they don't fully comprehend the reasoning.
Yeah, that's surprisingly arcane knowledge. I feel like every time I talk about how you can disassemble Vanguard, there's always at least one person who's surprised. It's a very obscure interaction. But maybe the Razor Bloodstone path is alerting more people towards its existence.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Razor
for
is
sure.
running a trash bow right now. The TP's away. Oh, he got
No,
feared!
no.
Still has a
Yeah, if you didn't
snowball
get feared,
available
you
here.
had well, this is suicide.
Radiant's top tower.
You had the Ice Path as well. Dire reacted really well for that. If I'm Trash Mode, I'm feeling a little seasick right now. It's already kind of hard to determine what is going to happen for his team this game.
Oh god.
We'll have to kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is not.
Will
a
they
good
have
scenario.
more than 5 kills at the end of this game? That's the real question. If
Not-
they can have more than 5, they've topped their last game at least.
You know what I was
Radiant's
talking
top
about
tower has
earlier, talking about how, you know, Razor could potentially just like blink on Sniper and then your aces. It just need the lone druid bear to frontline. At this point, it's starting to become like, do we even need the bear to frontline, or do we even need the blink? Like, it feels like at this point there's so little going well for the Radiant that Razor could just kind of right click people and just win.
Respond to go here on Tide on her.
Okay.
There it is. Oh, big
Dark Ace gonna go down.
Death
Peter
Lord
actually in a very bad spot.
near the
Weaver has
Way
shown
too
up.
strong.
bugs are on everyone. Negative like 6 armor on Tusk right
Root.
now.
Okay.
under attack.
Yep, Root just gets a free kill. Kim Wexler Gaming. Wondering
Oh my
exactly
Not
why
where you
they're
want to
here
be,
right now.
Sniper.
God. The
Every
roots.
time he shows up, it's a mistake, unfortunately.
New Ops is asking for
Radiant's
it.
bottom tower is under attack.
Just begging to die. Does not get his request fulfilled. That was as bad as it was without Razor. Without Razor there, all they lost was Rubik.
This
And-
two-headed dragon of PPM Blue Jay looks really good in these 2 games.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are untouchable.
I thought Molsky was the 2-headed dragon.
True.
Thanks.
My bad. My mistake.
I can't wait for you to retire at the end of this season now. Gonna suddenly disappear and PVC is gonna be mysteriously inanimate again. See, you chose the wrong season to make a pun like that because it's the gang season, so even worse. I
True.
really thought he was just gonna make the
Oh,
bear
wow.
blow up the DD for no reason.
I'm gonna
Just
do
a
a rope
clown.
with it.
Oh damn, he just missed Roche. I've never seen a Weaver miss Roche before.
What can you do?
That's funny.
Free Roche.
Freest Roche ever. Who are they gonna put it on? The guy who hasn't died or the guy who hasn't died?
Yeah.
I think actually the best possible option there would have actually been Razor, but I don't know how much it matters anyway. This game does not
It doesn't
particularly
matter.
look in contention.
It was a little weird because he wanted his ult to be up. The Lone Druid, if they somehow were to blow up the Lone Druid,
Yeah, that's always a question whenever we're talking about Aegis and LD2L. It's like, it does feel like a lot of times, it's like, Lone Druid got the Aegis, there's a 0% chance he dies in the next 5 minutes. You know what I mean? If he tried to kill himself at this point, it'd be pretty tough.
Radiant's
yeah, it's just weird, I guess. Because like before the Ags, if you do die, it's a big deal because your bear just immediately disappears.
Yep.
But the chances of you dying aren't super high.
Yeah, the only core on this whole team who has died at all this game is Razor.
Dire's
Sad
bottom tower
bear.
is under attack.
Yeah, it's great.
Only he could get, oh my god, look at his, look
It's
at the
a
bear
trusty
champion.
shovel.
The Razor inventory is a little interesting right now. He has the Bloodstone, but he hasn't made it. Oh, there we
He's,
there we go.
having to think about it. Okay,
There we go.
Molsky just got,
Very nice.
Molsky just got sniped out
Shot
on a
on the warding mission.
Yep.
Yep. We're gonna kill Big Boy here as recompense. Potentially.
How did they just get combo done like that? Oh,
Oh, okay.
it's a pretty good,
Fast, did a lot of work there.
pretty good Ravage, but unfortunately, it's like, what does it mean?
They don't have the damage for this Druid.
Gonna take an hour and a half to kill Tidehunter here, but what does that matter?
Alright.
Remember that eventually.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Give them razors, regard.
Blue Jay just solos bot again. They killed 3, lost 1. They're missing their pause 1 at 20 minutes. They Trashbot lineup has exceeded its first round.
They've
count.
topped their kills from last game, that's true.
They're learning.
I like
By the end of the season, they'll have double digits.
I like Weaver's Fairy Fire in the backpack.
Pretty good.
Just in case.
Just in case. So if Blue Jay just gets a sign from God that he's about to die in like 6 seconds, unless he heals for 75 HP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just hasn't got the chance to sell it, you know?
I mean, yeah, he's been just
Too
constantly
busy.
fighting.
Radiant's top
Man,
tower.
Rubik with
Speaking
shrapnel,
of fighting.
so annoying. New ops just melts mere moments. Tidehunter does not look nearly as tanky when he's got bugs on him. Razor does not care. He's just walking right under the T3s here.
Okay, they're getting almost found formed. Okay, they are getting. Oh, I thought they were gonna actually found form there for a second.
Which
Radiant structures are fortified.
Bugs going out there looking for something to do. I'll give it to PPM. His health has dropped lower than it has before with the Aegis, but it's not saying that much at this point.
Yeah, and the bear with the demolish is just gonna ruin the tower.
Weaver is so unconcerned about his life that he's just using his ult to harass people. Wolski is actually going to go down here. 7 kills. This is once again going to be a really infuriating team to uphill against, especially once Tide gets any of his Ags type items. So there is that. You know, it doesn't matter how many times these guys go down in the defense of the towers, they can keep them around for a very long time. Between Sniper, between the Tidehunter stuff, between Ice Shards.
I almost feel bad.
yeah, they're pretty good high ground defense for sure.
And Rubik almost feels bad. He did politely do what not lots of noodles asked at the beginning of the game, which is steal the assassinate.
Yeah, he's not stolen Ravage yet. He's keeping his word.
Man, it's going to be really sad.
Oh, yeah,
Trashboat
that's
actually
okay.
takes a first tower for his team here. It's going to be really sad Aegis expired. If Rubik really, like, actually made the deal to, like, not steal Ravage and the game is still going like this. Big Boy LaCroix is going to get shot down on a warding mission here.
Assassinated.
Does so much damage on Rubik.
Yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to see the graph in the last game. Okay, Trashboat looking to eat Molsky here. But oh my god, that is...
Blue tanky.
If I was...
Can't do it.
I was Trashboat, I would be crying right now. That is...
Raindrops, the Force Staff, the Fairy Trinket.
That is comically low damage. Oh no, bro.
That's a raindrop, what can you do?
I understand he has the raindrop. The raindrop don't do nothing to Walrus Punch. It still didn't do anything.
Yeah, he's a little behind.
You can say that.
You like so much damage on Tusk from the what you call them, talents. He just doesn't have the levels.
Yep. If you look at the, not often we look at the level chart. If you look at the level chart, you can see Dire leading their Radiant equivalents very heavily. 14 to 17 on the main cores, 16 to 12 on Pos 3, 11 to 9 on the Pos 5s. Consistently multiple levels behind. And if you look at the graph, which says that the Monkey Kings of New York could not possibly lose this game, 15 total levels. 100% it says. That's a little interesting. There is
There you go.
literally no health. That's a
No
little
chance.
sad. Surely when the win chance monitor says that, it should like lock, right? Like
End the game.
You would think-
Automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
the
in the
engine
game.
blows up.
I've just seen these games where it's set 100% and then like a small turnaround happened and it just suddenly stops being 100%. It's like, bro, you can't go back on 100%.
Yeah.
That's not what that means.
Yeah, I mean, unlike the last game, though, the Dire lineup scales really, really well.
Yeah, the Radiant can defend, but I don't know what they get for it.
Yeah.
Sniper's never going to be able to live if Razor can reach him, or if Lone Druid can reach him. Tusk, it feels like, is just consigned to a damage gap. This game would have to go like 120 minutes before he started doing comparable damage to the enemy cores, and like, even then, they're going to be, you know, scaling out him, so what does that mean? And Tidehunter is Tidehunter. I talked before about how, you know, it feels like Tidehunter has a very low ceiling for what he's able to do with items and whatnot, and
Yeah, I mean, they're just all in on the Sniper, like, sitting in the back line shooting people down while they stun them and keep them there, which, like,
yeah,
in
that's pretty
theory,
much it.
could work if they just need more items. Like, Sniper needs to be doing a real damage, and his front line needs to not get melted quite so fast.
Yeah, they just need to bridge this 25 grand gap. Tusk did just get a Deso, which actually could genuinely have a bit of an impact here.
Yeah.
See if Gabe's still saying it. Yep, still says honored.
Unfortunately,
Radiant
they're
scan out the
moving
jungle.
towards part of the map that Dire's chosen to abandon.
Swing and a miss on that front. Blue Jay
Good
hits
for
Roche
Roche.
this time.
Nice.
He says
They're
that.
also improving.
Blue Jay has made space for something here. Might be taking Aegis, might be taking Shard. Taking Aegis. Interesting. Shard is on the ground.
Assume. Okay, he doesn't have it on the team.
Radiant's top
Literally nobody. Alright. Very nice.
Literally nobody what?
But doesn't have shard.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Weaver picked it up off the Roche, so... Yeah, that's a 5
Oh,
shard
did he?
swing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Covered it up. That tower is dying quickly.
Yeah.
No
Got the
Sniper
clip.
yet.
Be funny if Razor could link towers.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it
Would
would. It would be funny
terrible.
unless you're playing against him.
It's disgusting.
Five
TV on
blocks.
Wednesday, notice that.
Okay. Well,
God, everyone's just melting.
If Trashboat trying desperately to do anything here, ends up giving Peter the godlike.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
uphill fight should not go that badly.
2 sets of racks down, Aegis not used, even the support's over 50%.
has fallen.
There's
Please
2
sniper
letters that
rifle.
come to mind here.
Are under attack.
They just don't do damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
Bot T3
bottom
gone.
tower has fallen.
There you
Trashboat
go.
calls it and we're going home.
Radiant's top
Okay.
barracks are under attack.
That was 2 20-minute games. I hope we get a lot more of these each season and not the 2.5 hour long classics that we had all through season 14. Youch. Hopefully we don't crash out this time trying to lead the game. That would be awesome. Oh, I think we didn't
What a
crash.
stop of the series. Blue Jay
Alright.
PPM too good.
I mean, the first thing I can say, with no uncertainty, is like, I mean, I don't know how much you can count this as like a big game for the Trash Bros. It's like, you know, you had 2 stand-ins in this match. So what I'm about to say means a little less when they actually had their full lineup. The coordination is not good on Trash Bros. It feels like in neither game did they really have a great plan. Did they really have like a proper idea on how to execute on what they were doing. It feels like, in particular, the lane phase chemistry is just, it's anti-chemistry. Like, lanes that should be awesome were just slipping through their fingers like nothing. in both of these games. It did not feel good for these two. In
Just wanna point
particular,
out, Blue Jay and PPM combined 0 deaths in this series.
it just really did not feel like the Big Boy LaCroix with Kid Dynamite associate lane is working out yet. I feel like this is a set of 5 guys. Like, I wouldn't be terribly surprised if this was the first time these guys had ever, like, been in the same match on the same team as each other. That's kind of what it felt like. Trash Bros desperately need 2 things. They need to have a better grip as a unit on what they're supposed to be doing. They need to become a unit. Right now they're 5 guys. It feels like I'm watching a pub. Really. It feels like I'm watching 5 solo queues versus a party. They need to act more as a unit on all 3 layers. They need to fight as a unit, they need to run their tactics as a unit, and they need to put their strategy on more of a unit basis. Number 1 Frank Stan cannot be allowed to play lanes like that Ursa lane, for example, and there's a degree to which that is on the support, and in fairness, it was a stand-in support both of these games. But like when Lion comes back around, if it is Lion, I assumed it was Big Boy, as they're 5 usually, but whoever it is, you know, the comms need to be there of, I'm not going to be able to, like, go with you on this, I'm not going to be able to help you on this, if you do this you're going to die. That needs to be a part of their comm. Like, you know, the mid-games where people are just kind of, like, conga lining, trying to save people and just going down one after another, you just can't let that happen. There's got to be a comm thing. The good news is, I don't think the play itself, like, everybody's individual play is not bad. Everybody's individual, like, item choices, and they're, like, the way they play as an individual is not bad. In neither game was it bad. I think Poop had a few questionable decisions in the first lot, but like, realistically, for the most part, it was okay. The problem is that these guys just aren't a team. It just did not feel at any point like these guys are a team, and it felt like the opposite of that with Blue Jay. The Blue Jay lineup felt like 5 best friends playing together. It felt like those early Willow Twisted Fantasy games from Season 12. Just everybody was a really well-oiled machine. Everybody was doing the right job. Everybody was in the right place at the right time. We didn't talk much about what the Monkey Kings of New York was doing this game, because this is an analysis-heavy stream, and unfortunately, like it or not, for the most part, you talk about, like, what you're doing wrong or what you're unexpectedly doing right. Monkey Kings were just doing everything right this game, and there's just no 2 ways about it. So there wasn't much to say for their game. Like, their drafts are a little rough. Their first game draft, like, it was not good draft that won them in game 1. Let's just call it like it is. 10 Grey Blobs that the Monkey Kings lineup does not win those games most of the time, right? But the play and the coordination were just a step above. I don't know. This is a great achievement, I think. If you're the Monkey Kings of New York, you know, after all the hype you got, the first series you had, you really put your best foot forward here. I think everybody shined in this series. I think, like I said, the biggest thing about the Trash Bros team is that before you really start getting into the nitty-gritty of what everybody individually needs to improve, I think they really they gotta be a team. And again, having stand-in sucks, but let's see what happens next week. Any thoughts on that?
Well, let's see.
Claire?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright. Well, if you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 on a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg to sign up today. We had a lot of stand-ins flying around in the first weekend. You know, with school back in season and all that, you know, you can assume that people are going to be out for various things rather frequently, even if the holidays are over. So, stand-ins, high demand. If you're thinking about, you know, trying this, you know, signing up as a stand-in, not a bad way to go about it. And this season, unlike prior seasons, we're not going to be doing every single game. We are going to be doing our games by request. So, there is a thread on that in the LD2L Discord server inside of my channel. You'll know what channel is mine because it has my name on it. Go inside that thread, bring your IDs, cast it as you please, as long as it's not the team with no name. So, just head out there. If you want to see your team get replay casted, we will do that gladly. And until next time, we'll see you next week.